For years, I've been asking stars to kiss and tell. But today, I'm asking you guys, the audience, to quiz and tell. Yes, it's the first ever interactive quiz on Disney Plus Hotstar for Coffee with Karan. Answer some super fun questions about the show and you get a chance to win some fantastic prizes. Trust me, they're amazing. Participate every day because the more points, the more gifts. So, go on, quiz and tell, only on Disney Plus Hotstar. Coffee with Karan Season 8. Smartphone partner Google Pixel. Lighting partner Jaqua Bath and Lights. Driven by Audi. Couch partner Fabricare by D-Decor. Whoa. And we are back. It's hard to believe you guys have had such a hold over me that we're doing another season this soon. Only for you, and not because we owe it to Hotstar. Either you loved us way too much, or maybe last season warranted a little redo with a cleaner conscience, with a K. Nevertheless, we're serving, we're giving, and we're ready for you to eat it all up and leave no crumbs. I'll soon find out from all of you online how bad I was at that. But thanks to you and your words on the internet, we are now way more evolved as a fraternity, as a breed, and also as a show. So, if your favorites are a bit boring at times, guys, it's because in 2023, with your social media posts being louder than our item numbers on full blast, even a single tweet can be a full-blown PR nightmare. Moving on from nightmares to a dream come true, my first guests tonight are two bona fide superstars that make one blockbuster of a couple. They're both supremely talented, gorgeously stunning, and after years of me asking, they're finally RSVP'd to gracing this couch with their collective gorgeous presence. After 11 years of them being the it couple of the industry, it's finally time for you and me to take a deep dive into the gehraiyan of their prem kahani. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome Bollywood royalty, Deepika Padukone and Ranveer Singh. Oh my God, how gorgeous you look. Oh God, what's happening here?
मुबारक हो यार.
अरे आपको भी. Multiple times, over to both of you. इतने सारे करोड़ कमाए तुम दोनों ने. Over a period of many movies. Okay, where are you sitting?
He wants to sit very close to me.
Okay. That is the idea. You want to sort your seating out first?
Yes, I do. This is too far, yaar.
Yeah.
Plus, I've not seen her in a long time. She just come back after 2 weeks shooting for Fighter.
Yeah, but those urges will resist for the moment. You want to go and sit closer?
No, this is not working.
I feel like there's a place for a third when you all sit like this.
Acha.
You.
मैं यहाँ
The third wheel in our relationship.
Third wheel in your... Am I really sometimes?
Of course. Middle of the night, he's having this romantic conversation with somebody, but at least I know it's you, so it's fine.
So it's safe. It's safe. You're fine. Okay, oh my God. So we have Deepika and Ranveer, season opener for the first time together post your shadi.
Yeah.
You've never been as a couple anyway. I feel very privileged. Thank you for being on my show.
Thank you. I don't
Thank
think
you for having us.
Yeah, I don't think we'd do it anywhere else. I think we feel safe with you.
Yes.
First time in depth
So
on
when
your
you called,
couch, Karan.
we
Oh
were
my
quite
God,
happy.
I love it. It just sounds, I don't know, I just somehow can't take the word sexy out of this. I'm just looking and y'all are looking like smoking hot. Is that the word? Like, yeah. Like, oof. Oof. So much hotness on this couch. Like, I'm sounding like a little bit of what do you say? What the word is? Little turkey I'm sounding while singing. But like, I just don't have any of those emotions. I just have like this is pure beauty. Like both of you looking stunning. Well done.
Thanks,
Thank
turkey
you.
uncle.
अच्छा. तुझसे तो मैं बाद में बात कर लूँगा.
Don't be mean to him from the start. Give him give it a couple of seconds.
Be nice to me. All right. We all know that this has been a beautiful relationship that culminated into a shadi, and we know that many people have asked about the origin of this relationship. I know it began right after another serious relationship of yours. I think Deepika was still single in that phase, and you were in a long-term relationship, and then you met Deepika, and I know it was on, from what I remember, on the prep of Ram Leela.
Yeah.
You didn't walk into that film thinking that this is going to be the rest of my life, did you?
No, not at all.
Don't
So
lie.
what happened?
No, baby, it happened later. But it started, Ram Leela was supposed to happen with myself and Kareena Kapoor in the lead.
Yes.
The set was ready. 1 week before roll, for some reason, Kareena had to exit the film. Now we're sitting and wondering who to cast. And Cocktail had just happened.
Yes.
So there was a discussion with Mr. Bhansali and all the ADs and myself in the office. Who should we take? Who should we take? And I was batting for Team Deepika because I had just seen Cocktail.
Yeah.
And she got cast. And famous or infamous reading that happened at Mr. Bhansali's home in Warsaw. I was supposed to meet him before her arrival. So I was sitting on the table and the door was like there, and he has these heavy doors, and he lives by the seaside.
Yes.
So these heavy doors open, and the gush of wind comes from the sea, and she's
So
in
pretty.
like white chicken curry, just like sadgi ki murat. And
All it needed was you with a camera.
yeah,
Yeah.
It
And
That's
with,
all it needed.
and with a blower fan.
Didn't need the sea wind was
The
there.
sea wind was
Yeah.
there. Okay.
So her hair is blowing like this. That is how she entered. I was like, oh my God. So she comes and we're having this conversation about the film and the characters and this entire process that's going to ensue and whatnot. And finally, we took a break for lunch. And the writers, Mr. Bhansali, myself and Deepika were sitting on the lunch table. This is the moment, Karan. So she's sitting right next to me, just like this. And Mr. Bhansali obviously wants to treat us, make a lunch out of this. So there's all these delicacies and there's crab as well.
Yeah.
So we're all eating crab, and like this, she was smiling, and I noticed a piece of crab was stuck over here.
Oof.
So yeah, so I'm being a bit of a smartass. Huh? I'm like, let me catch her, put her on the spot. She'll feel a little embarrassed, vulnerable. I'll be like, you got something in your teeth. She'll be like, hey, you know. So I'm like, you got a little something. She's like, acha, clean it. I was like, okay. And then I took my little pinky finger.
Oh, wow.
I cleaned a little bit of crab out from here. This, to me, was like putting my hand in a socket. You know, 440 volt का झटका जो लगा उस दिन. It was like, I'm feeling the...
DP, you go, girl. You go, girl. She was not like, oof, kya hai ye? No, no.
I'm feeling the tremors
Hai
of
to
that
nikal
jolt
do. I
till
think
date.
it's great.
Yeah.
So that's
And
how it all kind of began.
So there, you know, there's that moment of spark happened right there and then.
So sad. I always have something stuck in
And
my teeth, and
offers
nobody
to
has
clean
offered
it.
ever. It's never happened to me. I'm like, but then post this meeting, the relationship, how long was the gap between the first time you met and you started kind of dating officially?
The next
There
day.
was no gap.
The next day?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I wouldn't say dating, but
See, that meeting,
Honestly,
that reading happened, and then I would go to her set every day to meet her.
The kind of like, whatever.
I was
preferred
single.
is.
He had just come out of a relationship. I wanted to be single for a while because
Yeah.
I had come out of a couple of difficult relationships. And I was going through this phase where I said, I just want to not be attached and not be committed. And I just want to have fun because this is the age too. And,
Yeah.
you know, and he comes along. And so I didn't commit. In fact, until he proposed to me, there was no real commitment as such. Even if we were technically allowed to maybe see other people,
Yeah.
we would just keep coming back to each other. So I did meet other people, but I wasn't interested or excited by anyone else that I was seeing. And in my mind, I was committed to him. So I would meet other people, but at the back of my head, it was like, I'm going back to him.
Was there a point where you discussed that y'all are now in a relationship?
No.
We would go out on dates, and once it's not really said, but once you take a holiday together or you
Yeah.
spend New Year's together,
Yeah.
then it gets
kind of
established that, okay, we're together. I know there were 2 or 3 suitors within the first 6 months. But
2 or 3 suitors.
Three
I
suitors?
love,
Who are
I
the
love the way
suitors?
you made this into Bridgerton.
yeah, I mean, a lot of guys were courting her.
Okay.
But I think
I
it
didn't know
was...
Like who?
Like
No.
who?
अभी तो तुमने बोला I was seeing other people but I would go back to him. तुमको अब याद नहीं आ रहा है?
Before. Yeah, no, I can't remember. I can't remember the people.
I remember very clear.
Okay, we'll chat later.
Yeah.
He's saying, I remember very clearly. What about you, the suities? Were there any suities?
I knew, like I've always had faith in myself. I knew that I was going to be the one. I just knew.
You just knew.
I say,
You knew you were going to be the one.
yes, my love, because I knew.
And you definitely knew she was the one.
6 months in, I knew she was the one.
How many years did you date before you got married?
We started dating in 2012.
2012, so this is our 11th year together.
Yeah.
2012, I proposed to you in 2015.
Yeah.
And then we were secretly engaged for 3 years. Then we
You
got
were
married.
secretly engaged?
Yeah, 2015 I proposed to her. Before anyone knew anything.
So it was a 6-year dating relationship. And it was smooth, those 6 years?
2012 we met. Then we started dating. And the filming of Ram Leela commenced. So half of 2012 into 13. It was during the filming of Ram Leela that this was all actually happening.
Yeah.
We were obviously making an adaptation of Romeo and Juliet.
Yes.
So there was this fire, and Mr. Bhansali was only too happy to fan this fire, and it would just be
It
so
was.
apparent. It was like
There were
that,
times where we'd, go to set together and then we're
Like,
literally like
the
separate
shortest
for
card.
like, whatever, 1-2 hours to get ready. He's ready, you're ready. Okay, come now. We're hanging in each other's vans together. Then the shot is ready. Then we go to for the shot together. Then the shot is over. Then we're sitting together.
she'd sit on my lap.
Then
in
the shot finishes. Then
after
we're going back to the
shot.
van to eat together. We were inseparable.
And everybody was watching this. It was just in the air. Like this love that was happening
was
was
in the air.
Yeah. And I feel like somewhere it may have translated in the film also.
It did.
Yeah.
It seemed like the chemistry was real. Which
Yeah.
is like, chemistry two actors have. Many a time it actually happens when you're not in a relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because this was the beginning of it, I think it kind of came through stunningly.
Yeah, it
like
was
in the film, it
very
was like,
potent.
it was so evident that that the both of you wanted to eat each other up.
There you go.
Yeah.
And that was the case. There were instances where
There is a picture.
Yeah.
There's
What?
a
What?
picture,
There's a picture of you like looking at me like
like with
this,
Havas in your eyes.
with Hamas.
So, like for instance, there was that moment of the kiss, a very very passionate kiss in Ang Laga De Re.
Yeah.
And story-wise, what happens is that Ram's friends want to call him down, so they launch a brick through the window.
Yeah.
That's the story. That's the scene we were shooting. So we're lip locked in this like passionate, in the throes, rapturous throes of passion. And the scene is Mr. Bhansali likes to shoot things real as much as possible.
Yes.
So a brick has come through the window.
Oh, God.
We are oblivious to a brick coming through the window, still in it.
We didn't realize.
Not realizing the
Really quite enjoying the moment,
yeah.
huh?
So morning to night, between shots, we'd go home together also. Between shots, we'd just be like at the monitor, like just like.
So then, this 6-year relationship, and was there a big shadi ka a proposal with a diamond ring and everything else? Did that happen?
So Ram Leela happened, and we're in this. And at one point, when I felt right, I decided she's the one. इसके पहले कि कोई और आ जाए, मैं जाके चप्पल रख देता हूँ.
चप्पल रख देता हूँ मतलब क्या है?
Make the booking.
हम एकदम.
Advance booking.
Before anything can happen, just put a ring on it.
So you put a beautiful diamond ring on it.
Yes, sir. Beyond my resources at the time, perhaps. But even so, a very impressive one. I was in cahoots with my sister and my mom acquiring the ring. And we were going to take a holiday. And I decided that I would propose to her on the holiday. I got the ring and my folks were like, so you're going to propose? And I was like, yeah. Like, you don't want to consult with her parents or ask her parents or anything. I didn't have that degree of maturity back then.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, why? I'm marrying her, so I'll ask her. I mean, now in retrospect, perhaps they could have said, maybe you should consider touching base with her parents before
Yes.
you do this,
Might
which
have
I
been.
should have done.
Might have been the right thing. to do,
Yeah.
Yes.
Which I did. So I was like, no, I'm marrying her. I'll ask her. So we go to the Maldives and I've secretly carried the ring with me and we do the sandbank adventure. So a boat takes us out to the middle of the sea and there's just one tiny sliver of sand in the middle, and all around is just nothing. It's just sea, infinite sea. They drop you over there. They put up a tent for you,
Yeah.
and you can chill there for the day, and then they leave. So it was literally just her and me
On an island.
on a sliver of sand
sand.
in the middle of the sea. I was like, this is it. I've done it. This is the perfect scenario.
Yeah.
Matlab, I also in a way kind of admit that I kind of phasawed her in a way. I said, I'm going to make this proposal wala scene so picture perfect that she won't be able to, she'll be compelled to say yes.
Yes.
You know? It'll feel like just so right.
Yeah.
So they've dropped us off. They've left. Now it's just her and me on the island. And I popped the question, gave her the ring. She did not expect it. She got emotional. And that was it. She said yes. And I felt like the king of the world.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, then we were engaged.
And the first meeting with the family?
Oh. Okay, so the next chapter
Was the
in
fact.
this saga.
Change gears now.
Yeah.
So we come back from the Maldives
Yeah.
and we go straight to Bangalore because that was my big master plan.
Yeah.
We go to Bangalore. I have not had, we've been there about a day or it's like the second day. And I know that on the third day, I'm going to one afternoon sit the family down and tell them, look, I am truly, madly, deeply in love with your daughter. I have proposed marriage to her and she has, I had everything prepared, everything that I wanted to say.
To say, yeah.
And on the second day in the evening, we had gone to visit her family friends. Very, very close family friends. You can't even call them family friends. They're like family. There's 5 of them, 5 of us. And we're having this wonderful evening. We've gone.
I'm wondering what's coming
You know,
up.
I'm trying to charm them now
Yeah.
also because, you know, I want them to like me.
Yeah.
So we're having snacks and now she's coming to me on the side and khuspusawing in my ear saying, listen, I'm going to tell them now. And I was like, don't.
I just felt like if we were like in a larger group, it would be easier to
Yeah,
break
it was
the
a
news,
really
which again
bad and
was
dumb
the
move,
worst
baby.
thing to do.
You have to tell the nuclear family first,
Yes,
right?
yes.
My nuclear family knows.
Yeah.
Ideally, it should just be Prakash, Ujjwala, Anisha, me and Deepika and that's where I should
Yes.
tell them.
Yes.
Except that she's chosen this evening.
Because I was very nervous.
Yeah. And she's khuspasawing in my ear. She's like, I'm just going to say it now. I'm just going to tell them. I'm like, don't do it. Don't even think about it. This is the scene. She's sitting here. Everybody else is here. I'm sitting at the head of the table with my hands, mouth, everything engrossed. And suddenly, out of nowhere, out of absolutely nowhere, she's like, and you know, he proposed marriage to me and I said yes. I was like, I didn't know in that moment. It's like, you know, that sink, you know, when the blood rushes from the top of your head down like a roller coaster. It's like, what the hell? And there's just pin drop silence.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like a scene from a film.
And Ujjwala's face has just gone cold. Okay, all this has happened. Now I'm sensing everybody wants this to be a happy, memorable moment.
Yeah.
But I can sense the undercurrents. Everything has happened. Hugs and celebrations and all of this. We've gone home. And I've gone into the room in their Bangalore home. And I've got put my ear to the door. And outside, Amma and Deepika are having it out. She's saying, who is this guy? He's proposed marriage. And you said yes also. Is this anyway? Matlab, this whole drama is going out outside.
And you are still listening like that.
Literally with
Which
my
I'm
ear
discovering now.
with my ear to the door like this. "Upar wale bacha de." So all this has happened, and then it took obviously a lot of years and a lot of work on my part to kind of make a place for myself in Amma's heart. But now I think it has happened, and I'm one of her favorite people in the whole world. That
You would absolutely be a great qualifier for being a mama's favorite. That I think is there in your DNA. It's written in all over your aura. It's easy for you to, I think, walk into somebody's life and kind of sweep them off emotionally. I think that is something you do well.
Like Rogi Randhawa,
This side.
this side.
Yeah. And
Rocky.
then this relationship looked stunning always. Of course, you know, relationships with 2 movie actors are always tough. And that journey will remain. But it culminated into the most beautiful wedding, which was so private, because it was possibly one of the most intimate weddings, because it was just your core family and very close friends.
Yeah.
But we are very grateful and very thankful to the both of you that you actually have decided to share a glimpse of your shadi with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel very privileged. You haven't shown it to me as yet, so I'm going to see it live and then share it with the rest of the world. I really feel like it's very large of you to share this, so thank you.
But thank you, Karan. The thing is, we are taking cognizance of the fact that our fans almost every day, ask us to share more of each other. And now it's been 5 years of our marriage. So
And
I
an
thought
11-year
this is a-
relationship.
I thought this is a good moment to share.
I'm just glad it's my moment as well.
6 years back, if you told me, son, one day you will marry Deepika Padukone, I'd be like, you're gone crazy. एक वो दिन था और एक आज है. तालियां. कुछ तो सही किया लड़के ने लाइफ में.
He's very fond of her. He's exactly the opposite of our family. We are all very quiet, but I think it's a good change, because I think we are a very boring family, all four of us. But I think he'll bring some life.
In the growing up years, my son, like all sons, come to the father and say, Dad, when I grow up, I'm going to be a pilot. You know what this guy said? Dad, आपको मालूम एक दिन मैं दीपिका पादुकोण से शादी करूँगा.
When he told you that your son is going to marry her one day, you wouldn't have believed it.
Like, if you would have told him, he wouldn't have believed it. And if you would have told her, she wouldn't have wanted it.
How times change, no?
Yeah, destiny. It's all scripted. It's the most amazing script writer writing the script somewhere.
DP Ranveer wants to see you for a minute. He's waiting at the door.
He's not allowed to see you.
You're not allowed to.
I love you, baby.
He loves you.
You were attracted to him at this point. What about him were you attracted to?
I was attracted to the person that most of the world had not seen. There's a quiet side to him. There's a very intelligent side to him. There's a very sensitive side to him. I love the fact that he cries. And I love the fact that he was all heart.
करता पुरख निर्भव निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी सच.
When all the ceremonies were done, something changed.
मुझे जो भी करना है लाइफ में जीवन भर के लिए आपका साथ मुझे चाहिए.
हरिओम 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 हरिओम.
Suddenly there's a sense of belonging, there's a sense of responsibility that just makes it really solid. You feel complete, you feel complete, you feel, complete. That's the right word. Aww. Karan!
Oh, that's Oh God. Like, there's a line in my film, you know, when, कि ऐसा लगता है कि मेरे दिल का पेट भर गया है. You know? And I just feel like, you know, I'm not in a relationship and I'm kind of single, and it just makes me like feel like what I'm losing out on not being in one. Like, you know, not being in like, you know, you feel like, you know, you don't have a partner of your own to share like the nothings of your day with, you know. And every day I wake up and a little part of me feels that vacuum. You know, I have my kids and mom, but like when I see this and I see you, and I know relationships are tough, but like that soul connection with a person that you can wake up with, hold their hand, and, you know, see your day through tough times. And like, I feel like I just like, I don't think I've had a moment like this on my own show, but like, I feel like I felt so happy for you and I felt so alone yet, you know, and I hope this manifests into like, I hope I have a story to tell.
It will.
You know, I hope I have a story to tell.
And really,
because the happiness and joy that I saw, and I know, and I know it's not easy. Look, you're a massive motion picture movie stars where the world's gaze is on you and the world looks at you. And I know it's tough to even balance this relationship in a career and in an industry like ours. But I think you two make it seem like it's pure. And it seems like it's coming from a place of truth. And that's everything.
yeah.
Oh,
Karan, I want to tell you that you will, when the time is right, it'll all fall into place. And you'd rather, I mean, I think we know a lot of people today who just rush into marriage and relationships because of this feeling of like, oh, everyone seems to be moving on.
Yeah.
But the reverse is also true, which is, you know, there's a lot of people who are just stuck in relationships and struggling in marriage. So
yeah.
really it is, if you know you found the right person, only then is it worth it. Otherwise, you're better off just being
On your own.
being
Yeah,
you.
that's true. I feel that. I feel like I'd rather be single than be attached to a person that it'll be a tough journey with.
Yeah.
And that brings me to like ask, like, does it take a lot of work?
Yeah.
Because as I said, the gaze is on you and you're in an industry which is full of like so many people and you're working with so many attractive people at the same time. And yet you have to keep your center. We believe in monogamy. We believe in fidelity, emotional and sexual. To keep that energy flowing in an industry, is it a challenge? Does it take work?
Of course it's work. I think any marriage is work. I think whether you are two actors, whether you are part of this industry or outside of this industry, marriage is work.
Yeah.
And it's work every day.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, he's had a different life and a different upbringing, and I've had a different life and a different upbringing. And it's about two very different people coming together.
Yeah.
It's not to say we don't have our fights and we don't have our arguments and we don't have our bad days. We do. But the fact that we choose to power through it together, the fact that we choose to argue with each other, the fact that we understand, communicate, and choose to learn from that or grow from that one experience or that one argument or, you know, that one moment, and then move on, is what makes marriage beautiful. So if anyone is under the impression that marriage is you wake up every morning and the sun is shining and, you know, someone says, hey baby, your coffee is ready, that's not what marriage is. And sure, you might have certain days that are like that,
Yeah.
but marriage is work. But the work is what makes it beautiful.
Yeah, that's well said. She couldn't have put it better. I think everybody also has a gaze on like celebrity couples and, you know, because they feel that the pictures do look perfect, right? But beyond the pictures, there is a life that is real. There are families and there are issues and there are...
Yeah.
But in an industry such as ours, you also have an extra baggage of success and failure, which is made public. Like our failures are made public on that Friday. Our successes are made public as well. Ranveer, what were you feeling like when like you had a patch of like some movies that didn't work?
I went through a lot, especially after Circus. Actually, it was, let me take you back to the pandemic. Coming out of the pandemic, we had this lovely film, 83, which everybody loved.
And also as an actor, it was like, for me, I felt it was progress that you can feel. Like as an artist, you can feel that progress and the evolution, the way you depicted Kapil Dev in the film.
It just released at the wrong time.
Yeah.
48 hours before the release, we lost key markets because they all shut down due to Omicron.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a really lovely film had that stigma of being a commercial underperformer. Jayesh Bhai Jordar was again a lovely, well-intentioned film which ultimately found its audience on streaming,
Yeah.
which is honestly in the post-pandemic climate, it's where it belonged.
Right.
In any case, Circus, I had a limited contribution and limited responsibility, so I can't really beat myself up over it.
Yeah.
Having said that, I had not seen 3 major flops in a row.
Yeah.
So it was new to me. It was maybe perhaps January, February, March after the December of Circus's release. I was not good. But then I came to terms with everything that's happening with me and around me, and I've been fine. After everything that's happened, I've come out of it with more gratitude in my heart than ever before. I look at my life, I only see blessings and abundances. I'm still here doing what I love to do for a living. I have beautiful friends, family. I have a touchwood. I look at my life and I only see blessings.
But do you sometimes feel like you have to change your core for public image? Because, you know, suddenly there was phase, and I've done it myself. I felt like I was going through some kind of a midlife crisis and wearing some kind of clothes that were not kind of going with the image of being a filmmaker or being someone my age. And everybody was writing that, and I was being trolled for other things as well. But there was this component that was like, what the fuck is he wearing and why is he wearing that? And then you and I had a chat. You asked me, what do you think I should do? I said, just drop the color. But I said it because I was doing it myself. I felt like I needed to kind of sedate myself in my own sartorial choices. Did you feel the pressure of that? That there was a Ranveer Singh that was fashion icon, completely uninhibited, like unapologetic. Did you then feel you had to kind of readjust and rejig that because social image or audience image is also one thing, that they believe their lead man should be a certain way?
No, see, Karan, I listen to just about in this aspect, in this context and regard as well, but just about in anything in life, I take everybody's opinion, but ultimately I do what I feel like doing. If I feel like wearing I'll just go with the feeling, you know.
Yeah.
I don't overthink it.
Right.
What I feel, I'll do.
In the moment, in that phase.
So I felt like I wanted to not wear those clothes. I didn't want people to talk about what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
You know, I want you to talk about my films, my acting. I want you to talk about me.
Yeah.
Perhaps not. Please get past. I was hoping people would get past what I'm wearing. It was Deepika actually who pointed it out to me.
Yeah.
We were having a chat and she was like, you know, you come off as this supremely confident person, but you're actually underconfident. I was like, Acha. She was like, yeah, you know what, you should stop distracting people from who you are with all these flashy clothes. And that really resonated with me.
That struck a chord.
Yeah. And then I went to meet Mr. Bhansali and I was wearing all black that day and he was like, you're looking amazing. I said, yeah, oh yeah? He was like, yeah, you know, because of the monochrome, your face is coming out more. I can see more of you. You ought to keep this going.
Aankhon ki noor dikhe.
Yeah. And when he speaks, I always listen. He was the first one to tell me I should keep facial hair also. And then ultimately it boiled down to, do I feel like doing this? Yeah. Because I remember Googling or being on Wikipedia or something and there was like, Ranveer Singh is one of the highest paid, most acclaimed Indian actors who's also known for his flamboyant fashion. I was like, when did this make it to the one-liner of me? I don't want, you know. So I guess that's what it is, you know, a sum of all of these things.
By the way, it's a tough thing because I'm really trying to kind of go sober. It's a real internal battle with me because, and not that I'm out there like as a movie star, but like because I'm out there a lot. And I was wearing these guys. One point of time, I remember seeing those images and then I realized myself. And I looked at myself, I'm like, I'm looking crazy. And I was like, okay, I have to tone down because people are laughing. They laugh all the time. They laughed at my sexuality. They've laughed at other things. They made fun of me for various reasons. I've been trolled. None of that really ever changed my way of life. But when I thought it myself, I really felt like, oh my God, like, what am I doing? I mean, no one's telling me because they're being polite and kind and going with me on this journey, but I'm looking mad. And that's when I thought, okay, some changes. I will still, of course, try and be a certain way where it comes to clothes. I love it. It's a hobby. But I decided to change. And
करेक्ट
it's
वो
okay.
मेरा
I think
शौक
at the-
था अब वो रहा नहीं मैं मस्ती कर रहा था अभी मेरे
मेरा तो
मस्ती करने
legit
में
midlife crisis था, and I was succumbing to it.
हाँ मेरी मस्ती थी
तुमने बहुत मस्ती कर दी, कपड़े भी उतार दिए.
कपडे पहनू तो प्रॉब्लेम नहीं पहनू तो प्रॉब्लेम
ठीक है, रहने दो.
मला माहित नाही आता करायचं काय
Okay, I mean, before we make it all fun and games, I also actually, with you, DP, I was on a flight with you once, on a helicopter ride, where I saw it up front when you spoke about your anxiety and depression and started a foundation, and thank God for that, because it helps so many people when a massive celebrity talks about something so deeply personal. We were on a helicopter ride. We were coming out. It was Shah Rukh's birthday. We were at Alibag. There was DP, me, Farhan, I think, and I don't remember who else. We were on this, and I saw it was a closed helicopter. And I saw it up close at how she was, for those 25, 30 minutes, she just had tears dropping off her face and just crying. And I remember holding her hand right through. She just cried. And I looked at her and I was like, I don't even know how this feels till it happened to me.
Yeah.
Till it happened to me when I think the 3 tough years post the pandemic, when there was a whole lot of trolling, and I didn't realize that I was trying to be tough and resilient, and and I was trying to kind of brush things under the carpet. The legit attack I had was at the NMACC launch.
What?
And I remember Varun was staring at me, and I was sweating. I didn't even realize, sweating like my face was full of sweat. He came to me and he held my hand and he's like, "Are you okay?" My hands were shaking.
Karan,
I
we
was like,
met that night.
yeah. Y'all were all performing, so y'all were performing later. And then he took me to an empty room, and I started breathing like I didn't know. And I first thought, is this like a cardiac arrest? Is this like, what am I going through? I got out of my jacket, which was kind of like long and elaborate, and I just left like in half an hour. I went back home, and I just went to my bed and I wept. I just cried, and I didn't know why I was crying. I called my psychologist the next day, who I'd known and dealt with before. And I asked her, I was like, what do I do? I'm just going through a tough time, and I also have a film release coming up, and I'm just feeling like... And of course, we chatted about it, and then she put me on medication, which I'm still on. My mom's going to see this. Oh, fuck. But like, I'm okay. But like, you've been through this, and I'm sure you're stronger today for it. And actually the question, Ranveer, is like, how did you have, because I've had to kind of deal with it on my own.
Yeah.
Did you have to kind of like step in and be just a silent force? Because nobody can really understand truly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it happened to me in 2014. The first time I realized, and I'm sure you realize that initially it takes you several months. And in fact, my heart breaks for people who till date struggle and still don't know what they're going through.
Yeah.
And that's why the more we speak about how we feel and our symptoms, etc., hopefully, that's why I came out in 2014 and I shared my experience of just breaking it down and saying, this is exactly what I was feeling like for a prolonged period of time. Because the intention was, if there was even one person who heard this interview or what I was saying and identified and said, oh my God, this is exactly what I'm going through, then at least I'm able to help or save one life. So that's how it started. But yeah, 2014, so it's been almost 10 years, since I've been on medication. It's work every day because you don't want to go back into that space again. And I
Definitely
think that
not.
what he did for me really was, I think he understands mental illness today slightly better than he did back then. But I think the fact that he created a safe space for me to be able to be vulnerable, to be able to share, to be able to communicate. Because a lot of times you're just feeling so many things, but you don't know how to articulate it. Like you said, you're just breaking down.
Yeah.
You don't know what. But the fact that he never said, he not once did he say, it's okay now, come on, it's fine, don't be like this, and come on, let's play some music, it'll be okay, or let's go out for a drive. It was never that.
He didn't say that.
He never said that.
And those are the red flags.
Those are absolutely the red flags.
Because the worst thing is when people say,
someone says, it's
call
fine.
a friend, it'll be
Oh
okay.
my God.
Talk about it, go for a drive. Like,
And
those
he didn't know better. He's never, he's learned over a period of time how to be a caregiver. But in that moment, and we were all going through it for the first time, it told me a lot about the person that he is, which is whether it was mental illness or something else or anybody else for that matter, he is that person who just creates that safe space for you where you can just be. And
Model husband.
But yeah, I remember like she said, it took a long time and a lot for me to understand it. Having said that, what I would like to share is that it'll come down to your intent as a partner.
Yeah.
If your intention is to protect, to give healing, to support, to help, to give that security and to help this person navigate it, to be there for them, you can navigate just about anything in life, be it this illness or anything else. When it first happened, in 2014, I was shooting and she called and she said, I've had a blackout and I have had a fall. Can you come home? And it was like, I'm coming. I literally cut the call and I was on my bike. I was just out of there. And then when I went and I saw her, something wasn't right. She wasn't all there.
Yeah.
You know, she's with you. She's in front of you. She's looking at you, but she's not all there. And I remember this one, I'll never forget. When I knew this is a very serious problem was one day at breakfast, she was sitting across me and she was just crying. And there was just tears, copious tears flowing down. And at a human level, the most basic question is, "Kya hua, baby?"
Yeah.
And she also doesn't know what to say to you. She's like, I don't know. And I can feel it. Like I got up and I went to her side and I was like, "Batao meko, baby, kya hua? Main kya karu aapko?" And it wasn't that. The reason I remember that vividly is because it was that moment where I felt completely helpless.
helpless, yeah.
I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to deal with this.
Yeah.
I'd consult with my parents, and that's when I think I called Ujjala in Bangalore. I said, Amma, I think you should come. And then Amma, Appa and Anisha came. And whilst they were around, in the days that they were around, she was fine. But then it was time for them to
Yeah, I didn't know.
go back to
I
Bangalore.
don't know. I can't remember. I don't know if they had come for something else or he had called them and I wasn't aware. But for whatever reason, the three of them had landed up in Bombay and they were there for something. And I've always had this thing because I moved when I was 18. I moved to Bombay and I've, lived alone for most of all of those years when I moved to Bombay. So my default is to always put on a strong, brave front that everything is okay because I always worry that they will worry.
Yeah.
And so the same thing happened when they came to visit and, laughing and like putting on this thing like everything's okay. And it was on the last day when they were, sort of packing and the same thing happened. I was sitting on the bed and watching them pack and getting ready to leave for the airport. And I broke down. I started crying. And she said, what happened? And I said, I don't know. I've just been feeling helpless. I just sit there, feel helpless. I don't know what to do. I don't feel like living anymore. And I don't know what to do. I don't know whether it's just a mother being a mother or whether it was her. She's read or she's interacted with people. She just knew that I needed professional help. And I was struggling with this for a while on my own. I was shooting for a movie at that time. I'd go for events and have to put up this front and do chat shows and like have all of these conversations and interviews and really put myself out there where internally I was just empty. So the fact that I needed professional help, she identified it. We immediately called someone who we knew. Now, all of that is just luck. The fact that I've grown up with someone I know when we called, she answered the phone. In my voice, she could tell that I needed help. All of this now in retrospect was just a blessing.
Yeah.
How many people today know a professional that they can call, right? Most often you're struggling to even identify what you're dealing with.
But
once you've
acknowledging
identified,
it is the first stage.
Exactly. First of all, realizing that it could be mental or emotional. Then accepting it and saying, yes, okay, it could be this. Then saying, okay, there is no stigma. Now I need to seek help. Then finding that person and doing all of those things. So it was that entire journey. But I think the fact that he didn't understand it then, but the fact that he was extremely patient is what I remember. He was just there. He was just there. He was just patient. And yeah, so he understands. I think even today, he understands. If I say I need to go to bed, it comes from a place of my body and mind needing it.
Yeah.
if I can't do certain things or if I function in a certain way, which, sometimes he might feel is too hard or too structured or too disciplined. I need to do all of those things to be able to function on a daily basis.
Okay. I think that was much needed for me to hear, and I'm sure.
And
lots of
Karan,
people-
where I'm always here.
I know that. I know that I can pick up the phone. It's just that some moments you just like, you feel like you can deal with it on your own, and I have. I mean, I seek professional help, and that's my. All right, okay. I hate to kind of break the flow of this, but like, because eventually we are on Coffee with Karan.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be an imposter to this conversation, but there is a kind of a fun imposter kind of game that I'd like to play.
Okay.
And I know it's a total segue from what we've been saying, but I think there's only way to break it is just break it.
Sure,
right?
let's do it.
गेम क्यों आ रहा है अभी? पहले रैपिड फायर होता है, फिर गेम होता है.
Rapid fire is the end now.
Go with the flow.
ये क्या ही हो रहा है दुनिया में? करण काले कपड़े पहन रहा है, गेम पहले आ रहा है, रैपिड फायर बाद में आ रहा है. क्या ही हो रहा है?
ये क्या हो रहा है?
एक तो this Rocky has not left me, Karan.
Be
Why?
open.
I made the grave mistake of rewatching the film post-release, and now I'm back in character.
So why don't you just talk like Rocky now, from now onwards?
Hi, babes. You can talk like Rocky. Love you from last life. And all credit to my wife and the patience she has shown over the years. Because every 6-8 months she has
A new character
She has
to
a
deal
new
with.
character to deal with. पर ये अच्छा है ना, baby. हर 6-8 महीने में आपको
And just when I'm getting used to this person, it
A
becomes
new one
another
arrives.
person.
She also, there are some ground rules. I have to inform her about my haircuts and my drastic change in look beforehand, so that it doesn't come as a rude shock.
Because
It's
he
like,
leaves home in the morning as one person and he comes back and he opens, baby. And I'm like, who's...
Wait,
like,
what? I remember she was on
One
the-
second. You went as this. Now you are...
Now you are who?
So when I'm not home at dinner time, she watches stuff. So she's eating and watching, and I enter, and she was like, "Whoa, hey!" what?"
You have to pause and stop
Yeah.
and do everything.
So
and
now I
then
have
one
to give
second.
warning.
Is this
You have
an
to give
ad?
warning.
Of course.
Is this
ये
a
मेरा नया character है.
I just missed it. I forgot to inform her. Lo and behold, she's out of town. I FaceTime her. She's like, "Oh, but some kind of warning would have been nice, baby."
Yeah, because when
Welcome back,
I don't know of the
Inspector
other
Sangram.
characters because I am not married to him. Do we have, as you said, some fun midnight chats? But when he was Rocky right through. He was speaking like that on set, like to everybody.
Yeah, but then when he was Kapil Dev, I was having dinner with Kapil Dev every night.
But anyway, okay. So the imposter game, it's called the Imposter Challenge.
The word says it all.
I'll never be an imposter in your life, don't worry. We all get 3 headphones, right? Okay. And then from this, we choose a chit, okay? All 3 headphones will have songs playing, of course.
Okay.
One of us will open a chit and it will say, "You are the imposter."
Okay.
You, therefore, will have another song. But you can't be caught. So you have to behave like you actually have the same song as the other
Okay.
2. Now, this is, can we stand up, please?
Yeah.
Okay.
And now, whoever is the imposter, please don't show it on your face.
Maybe all can hear, na?
I just started your song. He's the imposter. He's the imposter.
He's the imposter.
He's the imposter.
तुम होंगे imposter. तुम होंगे
You're the
imposter.
imposter.
पाखंडी हो तुम.
You're the
Well, no,
imposter.
you're the imposter. You're for
No,
sure.
no. How? Why?
You are the
Because you are the
imposter.
imposter. Now the game is over now. We have to say who the imposter
Acha,
is.
what was playing in your ears?
I can't tell you that, but
No.
I
You're
am
the
not the
imposter.
imposter.
you are the imposter.
You're the
No.
imposter.
You are the imposter, Karan.
How can I be the imposter?
You are the
So now we have to
imposter.
show the chit, na?
You are the imposter.
No,
Show us your
madam.
shit.
So I can show. I have to show now.
Because now we have a... What is your have? The disco song.
The disco song, which means Karan is the imposter.
I had Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gham. I had to dance like that to dance.
So you were just vibing out from what we were doing.
Yeah.
You were doing all this on Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum.
Lataji's Kabhi Khushi Kabhi
Oh
Gum.
my God.
Okay, we'll have to try this again. Okay, pick any color.
आजा जरा सरक ले गिल जरा बहक ले
ना जाने दिल ये क्यों तरसे दुनिया में प्यार जब बरसे
की नोटी कहानी
I think he's the imposter again.
ये हलकट चल
Karan is the imposter. Ranveer is the imposter.
दिल ये क्यों
You are.
तरसे हाय
पानी ये हलकट जवानी
Both of you are wrong.
You are the imposter.
Nope.
You are the imposter.
I'm
Don't lie.
not. I'm not. I think one of you is the imposter.
We both think you are the imposter.
You are the imposter.
And
Because
if
you
I'm-
were not doing any dance.
And if I'm not, then
I mean, then we can't do anything, but you definitely were doing nothing. So you are the imposter.
I'm not the imposter.
Show us your chin.
Both of you think I'm the imposter. And what if I'm not? You're taking me out to dinner.
Okay. Oh. You are the imposter! Oh, fuck.
Aman just
And
not.
I had also Halkat Jawari, no hooks.
I had, you were.
I was doing some la but you were also copying the steps.
No, I knew he was the imposter.
I didn't know.
Acha.
Yeah.
You knew.
I didn't know. I got
But
fooled.
why
I
didn't
thought
I
it was
say
her.
it? Because I saw, because he started doing the steps, so I knew that we had the same song.
Master of deception and the dark arts.
Yeah.
Okay, that was fun. Let's sit.
So funny, I should have said it.
Oh, you really fooled us, Ranveer.
There you go, bro. I'm telling you.
This is that part where, Ranveer, I'll have to ask you to go to your side.
Okay.
Go to side. Because it's rapid fire time.
Okay.
And it's war. It's Deepika versus Ranveer. When it's versus, there's a distance.
अरे मैं तो पहले से ही हार चुका हूँ.
अच्छा.
यार.
क्या बेबी? तू
अपनी
मेरे से
उम्र की
compete
औकात पे
करेगी.
आ जाऊं.
तू compete करेगी मेरे साथ इस पैकेज के लिए.
Okay.
तेरा पैकेज तो मैं हूँ.
Please don't say
Total
these
package.
vulgar things. I'm going to use my new Google Pixel 8 Pro to ask you questions on rapid fire. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Start with him, but.
To start our rapid fire, I'll have to turn on the Jaguar lights.
ओहो. माहौल.
Ranveer Singh, as you know, we have a live audience that is going to vote for you. Can we meet them? This is in the Jaguar Lounge.
Jaguar Lounge.
Wow.
Hi.
Fancy lounge.
Nice to
So
meet you,
slick.
yaar. Nice to meet you, yaar.
Don't
Yeah,
try and
always do. I always get them
don't
on
try
my
and
side.
woo your
Your voting base.
like this.
Yeah.
Not fair.
But we're starting. So, guys, are you all set for the rapid fire between husband and wife? Yes! All right, great. Hey, idhar. Idhar. I just stop it. What does he do?
Okay, go. I'm ready.
Extras is
He's being salesman. Okay, Ranveer Singh, are you ready?
Born ready.
Ranveer Singh's secret sauce to staying relevant is?
Is it really important to be relevant? Like, it's irrelevant. Relevance is irrelevant. As long as
Poetry.
kind and compassionate, then you will be relevant to society and to the
you
world.
so well.
Wah, wah.
I taught you well.
Don't mess with my head.
If you had to record an automated message for people who think you aren't the right fit for Dawn 3, what would you say?
एक चांस दे दो. 12-13 साल में ठीक ठाक की काम किया है मैंने, तो एक मौका तो बनता है.
Bilkul banta hai. The most challenging part about being in a relationship with another actor.
Now, if you're in a relationship with a relevant actor, then and you're both relevant, then the main challenge is making time.
The harshest thing a director has told you.
I remember when I was trying to make it in theatre, there was a theatre director, a lady, and I was very traumatized by that because she had taken my pants off in front of the whole class when I was on stage. There was Richa Chadda was there, Nakul Mehta, Pooja Saru, Megha Berman, all of these actors, and I was on stage and she was like, "Get off my stage! What are these choices you're making? You're an eyesore. You know what? You belong in Bollywood." And
Say, yes, ma'am, and thank you.
yeah, so I took that criticism as an affirmation, and here I am.
Which actor do you consider as body goals?
Meet my wife.
Well, okay.
Yeah. Like, what are these proportions, bro? Like,
There, he's won the hamper now.
No, one industry lesson that you learnt the hard way.
the idea, the notion of ये Friday to Friday जीना. Friday to Friday.
Like a Friday can change everything, make everything, break something.
Yeah.
Okay, who gets their thirst trap posts right on social media, according to you? In a love triangle featuring you and Deepika, which male actor would you not mind being cast to be the third character?
Ranveer, you wanted to make Sangam, no, with the three of
Yes,
us. Then
I
what
do.
happened? डींगे मारते हो तुम करण जौहर बनाते कुछ नहीं हो. Violent action बनाऊंगा, massy action बनाऊंगा तुम्हारे साथ. तुम मेरी
मैं संगम अभी भी बना सकता हूँ.
अच्छा.
Signed है?
Done.
Done.
You know he wanted to make Sangam.
Yeah.
I'm
course.
dying to.
Of course.
Ever got turned on by looking at your own hot selfie?
I mean, is that even a question?
Guys, I'm vain, but I'm not narcissistic. Okay. You team. How can I get turned on seeing my own selfie?
You.
वाह यार कितना hot लग रहा हूँ मैं.
Okay.
बगल के बाल देखो. ओहो.
If your conscience could talk to you like mine recently did, what would it say?
भाई कुछ तो शर्म कर ले.
I can't top this, yeah.
Okay, which actor does Deepika look best with on screen? No, not you.
What do you mean?
No, someone else.
Shah Rukh Khan.
Okay. AI is all about the right keywords. Which 3 keywords would you use to create an exact AI replica of Alia Bhatt?
A cat. A white cat.
Okay.
Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Huh.
You think AI will get it if I type Sakhi?
Yeah.
He'll get it. It's
Yeah.
AI.
She's your Sakhi.
Yeah.
All right. Deepika Padukone, 3 words.
Deepika Padukone. Let's see. Exact AI replica. पहले तो AI हो या BI हो, replica इसका बन नहीं सकता लाइफ में बॉस.
अच्छा ठीक है.
इतना बता दूं मैं.
हाँ.
कितना भी ट्राई कर ले AI. But for the sake of the hamper,
Yeah.
Sunshine, Tweety Bird, and Pebbles Flintstone.
Okay. All right. The most cryptic name in your contacts.
You know, cryptic name. I had to put first name, last name, nickname, designation.
Everything.
Everything.
Everything. Okay.
Karan, the Gudda, Johar, director. Like that.
This is my name.
Everything. I
On your
put everything.
phone? Okay. Good da.
Even she has 2 names now. She used to have 1. Now she has 2.
What is your go-to dance move at a party?
Hip thrust. Yeah, it's the go-to.
Just give him the hamper.
Okay.
I'm leaving.
If you had to recreate Dola Re Dola from Rocky or Rani Ki Prem Kahani with a male contemporary of yours, who would you pick?
Ranveer.
Very good. Thank you. That was your rapid fire. Well done. Deepika, on to you.
Oh, God.
Okay. Deepika Padukone, your very first question. Do you think you're the best actress in Bollywood today?
Yep.
Okay then. What's a misconception people have about Deepika?
That I'm stoppable.
Oh wow. What's the one thing Deepika Padukone has that no one else in the industry does?
My sauce.
Your sauce. Which is?
I think it's the way I approach everything that I do. And I owe it to my upbringing and I owe it to the fact that I was an athlete before I became an actor.
Right.
I think that for me is a huge differentiator.
All right. Besides Ranveer, who do you think you have the best on-screen chemistry with?
The truth is, I think I have good chemistry with a lot of people. It goes without saying that Ranveer and I have amazing chemistry, which is why we're even on this couch. But Shah Rukh, Ranveer, I had amazing chemistry with Irfan.
Yeah.
I think I have amazing chemistry with Hrithik, which everyone's going to see in January.
Yes, can't wait.
So-
Can't wait. Can't wait, guys. Can't wait for Fighter.
Yeah.
So I think that.
Republic Day.
So yeah, I mean.
2024. It's going
I
to
have
be amazing.
good chemistry with a lot of people.
Okay,
Can't
great.
wait to see it, Yara.
A Ranveer Singh movie you would
Doing
have
fun of
loved.
my friend,
A
okay?
Ranveer Singh movie you would
My
have
friend
loved to
also.
have been his leading lady in. Band Baja, Gully Boy, Rocky or Rani.
All 3.
All 3.
Yeah.
Okay. The one thing you and Ranveer agree to disagree on.
His fashion choices sometimes.
Okay. One thing most Bollywood actresses lie about and actors.
The jobs they do.
Okay. All right. Finish the following sentences. A good husband is someone who.
Who can be emotionally available.
The easiest way to win over a sulking Ranveer is.
Give him pyari.
Give him what?
Love.
Give him love. Okay. Okay.
Why? What will you do? How you do? Show. Oh.
He just
yeah.
needs this. He needs this.
And this.
And that.
And this.
Yeah. Later.
And?
Later.
Yes,
later.
yes,
but
later.
you get the drift.
Yes. Okay. If you choose to renew your vows on your 10th anniversary, name 3 vows you would add to the existing list.
It wouldn't be 3, it would just be 1, and it would be just keep doing more of what we've been doing.
Great. How does Ranveer wake you up in the morning?
With love, with lots of love.
If you would be a fly on the wall in any celebrity's house, who would it be and why?
Roger Federer.
Roger Federer, and why?
Because I take inspiration from athletes, and he's one, like, I'm hugely inspired by him on and off the court.
Would you ever date Rocky Randhawa? Presuming you're not married to Ranveer Singh, who played Rocky Randhawa, the character. Would you ever
I am
date?
married to Rocky Randhawa.
But if you weren't, the character, would you date him?
Yeah, all heart.
And cleavage.
What more does a girl want? You want someone who just, wears his heart on his sleeve. And
Right.
So the character or otherwise, I have Rocky Randhawa for
life.
Do you know, Karan, when she watched the movie, she said this character is closest to
All of the characters that he's played,
Yeah. All right. Right before getting married, you said on this couch, you love Ranveer's emotional quotient, hate his lifestyle, sleep cycle, etc., and tolerate his fashion sense. After 5 years of marriage, which of these answers have changed?
Excuse. Pause. What?
Say it again.
Are you hearing this for the first time?
Yeah, I would like to hear it one more
I
time.
asked her, what do you love about him, what do you hate about him, and what do you tolerate about him? She said, I love Ranveer's emotional quotient.
Okay, so while you're asking that, I'm answering. So ask me again. Say that again.
You love his emotional quotient.
Stays the same. I love his emotional.
You hate his lifestyle, sleep cycle, etc.
Which I don't hate anymore because it's gotten better. So now
Okay.
I tolerate that.
And you tolerate his fashion sense.
And I continue to tolerate his fashion sense.
अब और क्या है यार
So it's
मैं
gotten
क्या
better
करूँ
only.
क्या यार ऑल ब्लैक पहन रखा है मैंने यार
इससे ज्यादा नहीं हो सकता रणवीर।
इससे नहीं हो
और
सकता।
मत चेंज कर बंदा
I'm going back to-
बंदा
Yeah, so
अनरिकग्नाइजेबल हो जाएगा।
such यार maximalist expression I'm just gonna go back to it
So which one has changed? What has changed is the lifestyle has
The lifestyle has changed, become for the better.
From hate, it's moved
Well,
upwards.
that was amazing. Ranveer Singh versus Deepika Padukone. Let's see what the Janta Janardhan has to say.
Give it.
Who wins? They are voting right now as we speak. Okay, and the results are here. Oh my God, what's going on here? What?
this is cheating
That
You are a-
means...
this is fraudulence
1 second, that means I've said some things that I should be worried about.
No, you didn't say anything.
Because I don't want to win the album.
1 minute, look at that. Please.
I'm gonna get into trouble.
Pan camera to expression of sheer fear. And 1 minute. This is
Somebody-
like losing by a margin, Ranveer.
It wasn't even... I mean, I'm really happy I won, but I'm also
आप ना
really... I have butterflies in my
कुछ
stomach.
KPMG टाइप का सिस्टम इंस्टीट्यूट करो ये वोट काउंट में घोटाला है
That's not true at all. These are very...
They are completely
Trustworthy.
All the people who voted for Deepika, hands up, please. Yeah, that's Sorry, Ranveer, but Deepika, congratulations.
Thanks.
The very first episode of season 8, you're the first rapid fire winner.
Recipient.
Meanwhile, you might have to pacify what's on your right.
Karan, but I'm genuinely nervous because it's been many years, decades, or probably not even. I've probably never won the hamper.
I don't remember.
Yeah, even I don't remember.
But 1 minute, we are not yet. You're not.
Oh,
you're
not yet.
You're not registering the shock on the your.
Jo mera wo tera, jo tera wo mera. Wait.
अच्छा
This will help.
Have you dealt with it?
it helps but it'll take a lot more
All right. Oh my God, this was like really hilarious. It was great.
a
and
shocking upset
a shocking upset, really. Like
73-27 क्या
मतलब ये तो बहुत बुरी तरह तू हारा है.
कभी कभी होता है मेरे साथ ऐसा मुझे लगता है मैं अवार्ड जीतने वाला हूँ किसी और को चले तो मैं इतने शॉक में रहता हूँ
वैसा भी हुआ है.
हुआ है यार
Okay, when I saw you go across there and give him that love and I saw him there, there's one question that I have. Whenever you all pose for the paparazzi, there is always something he whispers into your ear.
Yeah.
We don't know what he's saying to you,
Yeah.
but can I just show you of one or two excerpts of what it
Yeah,
is,
sure.
what it feels like, and the whole world wants to know.
I'll tell you.
What is he saying to you in your ear? What happens here, DP? I really want to know what he's saying to you.
It's usually they're saying something and I can't hear.
Oh.
I mean, I can hear, but like I don't understand what they're saying. So I'm like, what are they saying? And he says,
I just want her to flash her smile. I will say all kinds of things to her in her ear just to make her smile and laugh.
her pearly
And this
whites.
is not just in front of the paparazzi, in life only. I will say things to her just to see this smile of hers, this angelic smile of hers.
So you go and whisper sweet nothings and that smile comes out.
When I first engaged her, I noticed that she has the most beautiful smile and the most devilish
I can hear
eyes.
the audience inside going,
Devilish eyes.
Yeah, which is a deadly combo. और इस यही स्माइल दुनिया को दिखाने के लिए मैं कुछ भी बोल दूंगा उनके कान में so she'll laugh or smile or something and then
And the paps will get the
yeah,
desired.
so the paps should thank me. वैसे my sense of humor is a large part of the reason she's with me. I always know what to say that will make her laugh or make her smile. Or
I think one of the most special things about our relationship is that we keep the child in us, each other alive.
Alive.
You know, if someone says summarize what your relationship is, it is on the weekends because we're so private, but we also like dancing and letting our hair down on a Saturday night. It's just
ज़्यादा reveal कर रहे हो तुम मेरी life के बारे में.
him and I. We have dinner, then we pack everyone off. It's just him and me. We're watching something, then we finish watching that, then we play music. And I love music and he loves music and we like sharing our music with each other. So now we start like this sort of jugalbandi of like who's playing, what are the new tracks we found. And before we know it, we're dancing, just the two of us in our living room till 4 in the morning.
2% dance party.
It's just him and I, alone in
This
the
is the
house.
best.
So
It's
people,
of all the things I've heard
so
people
yes,
do.
there's all of this, and this is not. I mean, this is also us, but then that's the us that we.
I'm just imagining like this is like the best like kind of date to be on. Like it's like a
too good.
I'm just going to call this moment like the grand coffee date because that's what happens. Because two people love music, they exchange playlists and they start dancing. And this is two people, and like you dance like no one's watching.
No, and literally like we stay in this apartment, so you know. There are times where I visualize it from the outside. All the lights in everyone else's apartment is switched off and there's just this one light on the 30th floor that's switched on in our living room and there's just the two of us dancing.
I don't think there's a better note to end this episode on. Thank you. It's been emotional. It's been exhilarating. It's been warm. It felt like a hug. The entire episode felt like one big, like, heartfelt hug. And for that, I thank you. I thank you for opening the season. I thank you for pouring your hearts out, for being so absolutely generous with your words and thoughts and anecdotes and stories. Thank you, Ranveer. Thank you, Deepika. May the universe always give you the choicest blessings.
Thank you.
I know कि you also want.
Jappi is best for being humans.
Thank you.
All right, I'm not going to let you go. Tradition goes that you have to sign the mug. Tradition also asks us to go and place it beautifully on our coffee wall of fame. Let's do it.